In the heart of San Francisco's Chinatown during the 1960s, a quiet revolution was brewing. Behind the lantern-lit streets and herbal shops, in small upstairs studios and backroom dojos, whispers spread of a young martial artist who refused to follow the old rules. His name was Bruce Lee. To most, he was just another ambitious Chinese immigrant. But to those who encountered him, it quickly became clear he was something different at that time. Martial arts in America were cloaked in secrecy. Knowledge was protected, not shared. Traditions were passed down like sacred family heirlooms kept within closed circles, never given freely to outsiders. To break that code was unthinkable, even dishonorable. But Bruce was not interested in preserving cages. He believed that truth, once discovered, belonged to everyone. It was not a matter of race, lineage, or background. It was about the spirit of the student. And so, he began teaching anyone who was hungry to learn. White, black, Asian, Latino, it didn't matter. In Bruce's eyes, the only thing that mattered was dedication. This decision, however, sent shockwaves through the traditional martial arts community. To the elders and gatekeepers, Bruce's actions were not just bold, they were a direct insult. He was tearing down centuries of hierarchy, daring to say that martial arts could evolve, that tradition was not enough. For them, it was betrayal. For Bruce, it was liberation. But Bruce's teaching went beyond fighting techniques. He wasn't just showing his students how to throw a punch or block a strike. He was teaching them how to think differently. He stripped away the rigid rituals, focusing on efficiency and freedom of movement. He challenged everything. Why cling to forms if they didn't work in real combat? Why preserve rules that limited expression? Bruce believed martial arts should be alive, flexible, adaptable. To him, it wasn't just combat, it was philosophy in motion. This radical thinking made enemies. Pressure mounted, until eventually, the traditionalists issued an ultimatum: stop teaching outsiders, or face consequences. The challenge came in the form of a fight, a test. If Bruce won, he could continue. If he lost, he would have to shut down his school. Bruce accepted. He would not compromise his vision. What happened next has become one of the most debated moments in martial arts history. The fight between Bruce Lee and Wang Jackman. Some witnesses claim it ended in mere minutes, Bruce overwhelming his opponent with speed and aggression. Others remember it stretching on, a grueling clash that tested both men. The details are hazy, but one truth is clear. Bruce emerged victorious. His school remained open. His vision survived. But in an ironic twist, that victory left Bruce unsatisfied. Though he had won, he was frustrated. The fight had drained him more than he expected. His breathing was heavy, his movements strained. Bruce realized something profound. The traditional methods he had relied on, even though powerful, were holding him back. They were too rigid, too bound by structure. He had won the battle, but it revealed a deeper truth. His art needed to change. He needed to evolve. From this moment, Jeet Kune was born. Not as a style, not as a new martial art to be placed on a shelf, but as the rejection of style itself. Bruce called it the style of no style. It was not about memorizing forms. It was about freedom, about efficiency, about truth. His motto became legendary: absorb what is useful, reject what is useless, add what is uniquely your own. But Jeet Kune was more than fighting. It was Bruce's philosophy of life. He saw martial arts as a reflection of the self. If You were rigid in combat. You were rigid in life. If you were trapped by forms in a fight, you were trapped by roles and labels in your existence. To Bruce, the ultimate opponent was not another fighter, it was limitation itself. This vision came into focus in 1971, during an interview where Bruce shared the words that would echo across generations. "Be water, my friend." They tried to silence him in Chinatown, so he became the voice of a generation worldwide. They tried to limit his art to a few city blocks, so he shared it with every continent on the planet. This story is the perfect, real-world example of his philosophy. They presented him with a wall, and like water, he found a way around it, eventually washing over the entire world.